Coronation Street fans have built a reputation for predicting dramatic twists before they happen, and the mystery surrounding Theo Silverton's death has sparked countless theories among viewers. For weeks, detectives Lisa Connor Swain and Kit Green have been working tirelessly to uncover who was responsible for Theo's shocking murder. The builder's life came to a brutal end shortly after his abusive behavior was exposed, finally ending more than a year of cruelty towards his partner, Todd Grimshaw. The tragic discovery was made by Betsy Swain on the same evening that her mother celebrated her wedding to Carla Connor. Months earlier, viewers had already been teased with flash-forward scenes showing Betsy speaking to police after finding the body of someone she knew personally. At the time, the victim's identity remained a mystery, with several names being placed in the frame. However, after weeks of speculation, it was eventually confirmed that Theo was the person who had been killed. The revelation came shortly after Theo made one final attempt to manipulate and intimidate Todd. Following his death, a major murder investigation began, with several Weatherfield residents falling under suspicion. Among those linked to the case were Todd Grimshaw, George Shuttleworth, Summer Spellman, Christina Boyd, Gary Windus, and Danielle Silverton. While Summer was initially charged with the crime, the case against her later weakened when new evidence suggested Theo was still alive after she left the flat. A key witness informed police that he had seen Summer leaving the property while Theo remained unharmed, throwing the investigation back into uncertainty and leaving detectives searching for fresh answers. Although the mystery has remained unsolved for months, viewers will finally get the answers they've been waiting for during a dramatic upcoming episode. Next week's storyline centers around a tense dinner gathering where buried secrets come to the surface and relationships are pushed to breaking point. As emotions explode around the table, the truth behind Theo's death will gradually be uncovered. Through a series of dramatic flashbacks, viewers will be taken back to the night of the murder and shown exactly what happened in the moments leading up to Theo's death. The special extended episode promises shocking confessions, unexpected revelations, and the final piece of the puzzle that will expose the killer once and for all. Ahead of the episode, fans have been sharing their own theories about who they believe is responsible. Recent poll results suggest that Todd and George are considered unlikely candidates by most viewers. Despite no longer being the prime suspect, Summer continues to attract suspicion from some fans. Christina and Gary have also received similar levels of support in the voting. Meanwhile, Danielle has emerged as one of the strongest contenders, with many viewers believing Theo's former wife could be hiding a deadly secret. However, the biggest vote share has gone to the possibility of an entirely different culprit. Many fans are convinced that a surprise twist is coming and that the real killer has not yet been officially named among the main suspects. Two names frequently mentioned by viewers are Sarah Platt and Theo's son Miles. Sarah's secretive interactions with Gary have raised eyebrows, while Miles's sudden return shortly before his father's death has left many questioning his motives. The climactic episode combines present-day drama with revealing flashbacks. Events begin inside Sarah and Kit's apartment, where signs of a disastrous evening are immediately visible. Broken glass lies scattered across the room, furniture has been knocked over, and blood stains the tablecloth. The story then rewinds to earlier in the day when plans for a seemingly ordinary dinner party are made. Sarah invites Todd and Summer to join her, while Kit expands the guest list by bringing Gary and Maria into the gathering. As tensions simmer beneath the surface, suspicions surrounding Sarah and Gary continue to grow. Maria becomes increasingly convinced that the former couple are hiding more than just friendship. Before long, the dinner party erupts into chaos. Accusations fly across the room, tempers flare, and long-kept secrets begin to unravel. Maria openly challenges both Sarah and Gary, accusing them of conducting a secret affair behind her back. The confrontation triggers a chain reaction of shocking revelations as flashbacks expose hidden truths and lies that have remained buried for months. But with blood eventually splattered across the table and emotions running dangerously high, one crucial question remains unanswered. Who really killed Theo Silverton? One of Coronation Street's most disturbing villains is finally facing the consequences of her actions as her long-awaited trial approaches. Behind her respectable image as a dedicated athletics coach, Megan has secretly operated as a manipulative predator, targeting vulnerable teenage boys while hiding her crimes from those closest to them. Among her victims were Will Driscoll and another young man named Lee, who had suffered at her hands before. For a long time, Will was completely under Megan's influence and genuinely believed their relationship was based on love. In reality, Megan's interest was never romantic. It was about power, manipulation, and control. Anyone who threatened to expose the truth quickly became a target. Megan relentlessly intimidated Sam Blakeman after he uncovered evidence of her crimes, pushing the young boy to his limits. She also cruelly mocked Eva Price when she attempted to obtain a confession, openly boasting about her inappropriate relationship with Will. Even Maggie Driscoll, who wanted revenge for the pain Megan had caused her family, failed to bring her down. Megan's manipulation extended beyond her teenage victims. She also used Daniel Osborne as a cover, entering a relationship with him to avoid suspicion and maintain her public image. The deception left Daniel emotionally devastated and damaged his reputation within the community. In the end, however, it was Tim Metcalf who played the biggest role in exposing Megan's crimes. On the day Will believed he was about to start a new life with Megan in France, he unknowingly came close to being abandoned by her. During a taxi journey, Tim spoke with Will and recognized troubling similarities between Megan's behavior and his own past experiences. Having once been exploited by an older woman himself, Tim understood exactly what Will was going through. His support and advice finally helped Will realize the truth, leading him to report Megan to the police. Despite her arrest, the damage caused by Megan continues to affect Will's life. The trauma has left him struggling to trust others and understand normal relationships. At one point, he even misinterpreted Bethany Platt's kindness and accused her of having inappropriate intentions when she was simply trying to support him. One positive development has been his growing friendship with Hope Stape, which could eventually become something deeper. However, Megan refuses to let go of her influence over Will. Recently, she managed to lure him into meeting her again through deception, proving that she is still determined to maintain control. The question now is whether the Driscoll family will uncover Megan's latest scheme before she succeeds in manipulating Will all over again. Coronation Street has released an exciting preview of the highly anticipated episode that will finally reveal who killed Theo Silverton. The dramatic storyline reaches a major turning point in a special hour-long episode airing on June 22nd. Where viewers will at last discover the identity of the person responsible for Theo's death. Through a sequence of revealing flashbacks, the truth behind the builder's final moments will be brought to light. At the center of the drama is Kit Green, who arranges a tense dinner gathering that quickly spirals out of control. Alongside Sarah, he invites Todd Grimshaw, Summer Spellman, Gary Windus, and Maria Connor to what appears to be an ordinary meal, but the evening soon becomes anything but. As the night unfolds, Maria drinks heavily and becomes increasingly determined to confront the issues that have been troubling her marriage. Convinced that Gary and Sarah are hiding something, she openly shares her suspicions with everyone at the table. Maria admits that her relationship with Gary has recently been strained by secrecy, dishonesty, mysterious phone conversations, and messages that seem to disappear without explanation. Her comments immediately catch Kit's attention, encouraging her to push even further. Maria claims that Gary has not only been deceiving her, but has also been misleading others around him. She then drops a bombshell accusation, suggesting that Gary and Sarah have been involved in a secret romance for some time and implying that everyone present already suspects the truth. The explosive confrontation leaves the dinner guests stunned and raises serious questions about what Gary and Sarah have really been hiding. By the end of the night, every lie will be exposed, every secret will be challenged, and the identity of Theo's killer will finally be revealed.